All right, here we go to the second game on the mound for the Blue Devils. Tyler Capron from Peoria, Illinois. Here comes the first pitch. There's a foul ball backing out of play by Grauberger. We just got the lineup. So Grauberger, Iannantone, Hall, Cook, Galloway, Austin, Lee, Morgan, and Cohens with Ashley on the mound. That misses just a little bit up. So sorry for the in a hurriedness, but try and get you all caught up. That ball is outside for 1-1 the count. There's a fly ball headed to right field. Back for that is Adams, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Iannantone. Iannantone had a double and 3 outs, so 1 for 3. There's a foul ball back and into the net. Iannantone, the designated hitter. That ball stays up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The ball at the shortstop and over to first base and safe at first. So an infield hit for Iannantone. It's going to bring up Hall. Hall, the left fielder. He will step in with a runner at first. And 1 out. Ball stays outside. Capron, left-hander from Peoria, Illinois. The starter for the Cavaliers is from Round Beach, Illinois. So we've got Illinois versus Illinois on the mound. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Hall had a couple of base hits and an RBI in the first game. Time asked for and granted by Hall. Hall, the left fielder. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. The Cavaliers batting here in the top half of the first inning of this second game. It's a scheduled 9-inning game. There's a swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate of that pitch. So 1-2 the count. The doubleheader on Thursday at Johnson was split, 1 each, 1 a game. The first game today goes to the Cavaliers 7-4. We're in the second game, 1-2 the count. A little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out to the left fielder, Hall. Breaking pitch in the dirt, nicely blocked by Freeman. Freeman catching the second game. Carlin caught the first game. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Runner goes. There's a ball headed down the right field line. And it is a home run just inside the foul pole. That's going to bring up Cook. Cook, the catcher, He'll step in with 2 runs in on that home run by Hall. Noah Cook is the third baseman. Cook is catching in this game. Strike called. There's a line drive to the shortstop. Dawson takes care of that for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Galloway. Galloway is the center fielder. Galloway had 2 doubles in the first game, a strikeout and a walk, and an RBI. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Fly ball headed to right field. Adams underneath that and takes care of it. So a home run by Hall yields 2 runs at the end of the half an inning. The Cavaliers 2, your Red Devils coming up. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Slabowski, Dawson, Adams, Paniagua, Bard, Hutchison, Johnson, Freeman, Grable. The lineup for the Blue Devils. Slabowski, the second baseman. Will lead off. Slabowski struck out, reached on an error, and had a base hit in the first game. He leads off, usually bats ninth, a little shakeup of the order. Strike on the outside corner. The pitcher is Michael Ashley. He's from Round Beach, Illinois. 3.2 ERA. There's a fly ball headed to deep left center. That ball's going to be down and on the turf. A stand-up leadoff double by Slabowski. That's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson had a couple of base hits with an RBI in the first game. He'll step in with nobody out and a runner at second in Slabowski after that leadoff double. There's a bunt. We'll see how that is scored on the board. Runner moves to third. Going to be scored a hit. That's going to bring up Adams. Runners at first and third. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Adams had a hit, a strikeout, and a couple of walks in the first game. Way outside, that's going to be a wild pitch and score a run. So 2-1 here, still in the first inning. Adams at the plate. That'll be ruled a wild pitch that allowed the run to score. Two and one the count on Adams, the right fielder. Strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Still nobody out. Double, a bunt single. Then reached on a pass ball for the run. There's a ball headed into left field. Coming around to score is Dawson to tie it up at 2 after that base hit by Adams. Swing and a miss of that pitch. There's a bunt. It's going to be foul. So the Cavaliers score 2 in the top of the first. The Blue Devils have answered with 2 here in the bottom of the first. Still nobody out with Adams at first base after that RBI base hit. Paniagua up there, the center fielder. Foul ball. Paniagua with a couple of hits in the first game, reached on an error and scored a run with a sac bunt. Oh, and 2 the count on Paniagua. Runner goes. There's a ball lifted into center field. And a base hit by Paniagua. So runners at first and third with still nobody out. 2 runs in. Comes the pitch. Strike called, breaking ball, just gets back to the strike zone, 0-1. Bard at the plate, the first baseman. Bard had a couple of strikeouts, a ground out, and a fly out in the first game. There's a ball headed to left field. Left fielder takes care of that. And a sac fly that's taken care of by Hall, but Bard with a sac fly to left field scores another run. It's going to bring up Hutchins. So 3-2 after the sac fly from Bard. It's going to bring up Hutchins outside. Over to first, nothing doing over there. 1-0 the pitch. And strike called. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on for the Blue Devils here in the bottom half of the first inning. Cavaliers scored 2. The Blue Devils have now scored 3, all still here in the first. That's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Comes 2-1, runner goes, swing and a miss. So a stolen base by Bard. Two and two the count with 1 out. Comes the pitch. Stays just a little bit inside, so 3-2 the count. Breaking ball called out on strikes, just catches the inside corner. So Hutchison out on a called strikeout. That's going to bring up Johnson. Johnson will step in. Jalen Johnson, the left fielder, he'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Foul ball headed down the right field line. Oh, and 1 the count. Breaking pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 2 called. Foul ball down the third baseline. Oh, and 2 the count on the left fielder, Jalen Johnson. Blue Devils with 4 hits in the inning, 3 runs scored. The ground ball headed up the middle. Spin and throw to first. A nice play by the shortstop Cohens for the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 2nd inning. Blue Devils lead 3-2. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top half of the second inning. Blue Devils leading 3-2. Austin, Lee, and Morgan scheduled up for the Cavaliers. Capron back for another inning of work. That ball's in the dirt for 1-0. The first baseman, Austin, up there. There's a ball headed into left field. Just puts on the brakes, doesn't think he can get there to make the play, so a base hit to left field for Alex Austin. It's going to bring up Lee, the second baseman. He'll be up there with nobody out and Austin at first base. Foul ball out of play over the first base dugout. Oh, and 1 the count on Lee. Ground ball up to the shortstop. He's up with it and over to first for the out. So a nice play by the shortstop, Dawson, over to Bard for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Morgan. Morgan steps in. He's the third baseman this second game with 1 out and a runner at second base. Foul ball right back at us. So 0-1 the count on the third baseman, Morgan. The fly ball to deep right field on his horse is Adams. And that ball hits right at the warning track. Actually, must have been off of the scoreboard and a home run bounced back in. So a 2-run home run by Morgan. That's going to bring up Cohen's, the shortstop. He steps in with 1 out. Comes the pitch. Little pop-up on the infield called for by the first baseman. The ball ends up in his hat on the ground. Haven't seen. That's going to go as an error on Bard. So back to the top of the order. Grauberger, he flew out to right field his first time up. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Grauberger is from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Curveball just catches the outside corner. Breaking ball. 0-2 the count. 1 out. Runner at first is Cohen's. He reached on an error. Little popper on the infield. Foul ball out of play over the first base dugout. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball back and out of play. Cavaliers scored 2 in the top of the first. Blue Devils answered with 3 in the bottom. Now the Cavaliers have scored 2 in the top of the second to take a 4-3 lead. That ball stays outside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm not thinking that the two teams can keep this pace the entire game, and certainly the pitchers hope they don't. Comes the 1-2, stays outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with an out. Runner at first is Cohen's. Comes the pitch. There's a foul ball. Another pitch that would likely have been a curveball that had been a punch out on the outside corner, but fouled away and spoiled by Grauberger. On Thursday, Grauberger had 8 at-bats, and he reached base on 6 walks and a hit by pitch. There's a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Cavaliers with 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Blue Devils 3 runs on 4 hits with 1 error. The foul ball back and out of play. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Grauberger at the plate. He's the right fielder. There's a fly ball to shallow right field. On the chase is Adams, and he can't make the play. So a base hit down the right field line for Grauberger. Moves Cohen's to third. That's going to bring up Iannantone. He had a base hit, an infield hit to the shortstop his first time up. So 1 out, runners at the corners for the Cavaliers. Cohen's at third, Grauberger at first, Iannantone at the plate, the designated hitter. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Iannantone is from Plainfield, Illinois. There's a ball off the catcher, going to be a wild pitch. And the runner's going to score, and the runner from first moves all the way to third. Six to 2 now the score. Misses just a little bit low. I believe it to be 6, guys. There's a foul ball out of play. Guarantee you somebody will let us know if that's not right. Comes the pitch way outside. It's going to be a walk to Iannantone. It's going to bring up Hall. Hall is from Shawnee, Kansas. Quentin Hall. Coach Goldbeck's going to go do a little quick visit to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, visit over. Capron will stay in the game. Quentin Hall had a home run his first time up just inside the foul pole in right field. 2-run home run. There's a pop-up high on the infield. That ball is safe and going to be safe everywhere. So that is, we'll see if that's scored. That's going to be scored an error. Wouldn't be surprised. That could be scored either way, but nonetheless, an error on the scoreboard. So another run scores, a runner at second. That's going to bring up Noah Cook. Strike called outside corner. Cook hit a line drive to the shortstop his first time up. Runners at first and second. 0-1 the count. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. So 0-2 the count on Cook. Cook back in the box. Hall at first. Antone at second. Fly ball to deep center field. Paniagua on the run. Can't run it down. That's going to be a hit. The ball gets away. So 2 runs score. It was 7, so that's going to bring it 8-3 the score. I think we got in a hurry on our one a while ago and got ahead one, but I think we received a text saying otherwise. So that is going to be a double by Cook with 2 RBI. So things happening fast and furious here. 8-3 the score. Capron laboring on the mound. Runner at second base is Cook. Antone and Hall both scored. So Galloway at the plate. He is the center fielder. He flew out to right field his first time up. Comes the pitch right through their outside corner. Strike called. On won the count on Jackson Galloway. 1 out. Comes the 0-1. Breaks right across the inside part of the plate for a strike called. 0-2 the count on Galloway. Comes the stretch and the 0-2 from Capron. Foul back to the screen. We'll do the 0-2 again. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Galloway down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Alex Austin, the first baseman. He had a base hit to left field his first time up. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Foul ball. Eight to 3, Cavaliers lead while they're batting here in the top of the second inning. This second game is a 9-inning scheduled game. First game was a 7. Cavaliers won that game. There's a ground ball. Hutchison tries to grab with a bare hand, thinking the only chance to get him. I'm guessing that that'll be a hit, and yes, it is. So base hit by Austin. That's going to bring up Brevin Lee. Lee, the second baseman. He grounded out to the shortstop. Shortstop made a charging play in behind the pitcher's mound. Dawson throws to Bard for the out. 2 outs. Strike called on the outside corner. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. 6 runs in the inning. The Cavaliers scored 2 in the first, 6 in the second. The Blue Devils scored 3 in their part of the first. Let's see if he ever did he ever make the motion call? I guess he did. But the second baseman, Slabowski, got stepped on at second base. So Dawson to Slabowski for the second out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils trailing 8-3. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils trailing 8-3. Michael Ashley back for another inning of work for the Cavaliers. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Freeman, Grable, and back to the top of the order with Slabowski. Freeman steps in as the catcher here in this second game. High and outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. One ball, one strike. Just misses outside. Stayed outside. 3-1 the count. Strike called outside corner at the waist. 3-2 the count as Freeman leads off for the Blue Devils here in the bottom half of the second inning. They trail 8-3. The fly ball lifted into left field. Hall right there to take care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Grable. Grable, the designated hitter here in this second game. He's a lefty. He'll step in with a runner with nobody on and one out. That's high and outside, ball one, 1-0 the count on the designated hitter, Bo Grable. Another one high and outside. So 2-0 the count to Grable. Grable, the designated hitter here in this second game. Strike right through there. Fastball right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count on the designated hitter of the Blue Devils, Grable. Ball headed into left field for a base hit. So Grable with a base hit to left field. So back to the top of the order we go to Slabowski. Slabowski led off the game with a double to left center. He'll step in with a runner at first base and one out. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count to Slabowski. Cole Slabowski, he's the second baseman. Throw over to first, back in safely is Grable. Comes the 0-1. Misses a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Comes the 1-1. Misses inside and low. 2 balls and a strike. Slabowski at the plate for the Blue Devils. Throw over to first, ball gets away. So a little bit of indecision. The runner on the ball getting away over here at first, round second. Then he decides to go back. Then when he starts to go again, the throw is cut off. That was a great job by the pitcher being in an actual cutoff position for that play. So 2 outs now. Slabowski still at the plate. Ball's low. So 3 balls and a strike. Foul ball back to the screen. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Cole Slabowski. Way outside, ball 4. That's going to bring up Dawson, Cole Dawson, the shortstop. He had a bunt hit his first time up. 2 outs, runners at first. Early going here in the 4th and final game of this 4-game set. Inside, that gets him, so a hit by pitch of Dawson. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams had an RBI base hit his last time up to left center. He'll step in with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. Caleb Adams, the right fielder, at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. Behind the back from the shortstop. Behind the back from Coens to Lee for the out. The end of 2 full innings. The Blue Devils trail 8-3. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Here comes the first pitch to Morgan. That ball catches the outside corner for a strike. Strike called. Morgan had a home run down the right field off the scoreboard his first time up. There's a strike called, strike 2. It's okay, that camera from the outfield. Thank you, guys. Just misses 1 and 2 the count. There's a little check swing up to second base. Having to hurry for that. We'll see how that's scored. I have a feeling that's going to be a hit, and it is. That's going to bring up Collins. He reached on an error his first time up. He'll step in with the runner at first. Nobody out. There's a ball down to Hutchison, over to Slabowski, and back to first base for the 5-4-3 double play. So 2 outs in the inning. So back to the top of the order to Grauberger, the right fielder. He flew out to right field and had a base hit to right field. He takes strike 1 called. 0-1 the count to Grauberger. There's a check swing to the first baseman, Bard. Going to take that ball, step on the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Blue Devils trail 8-3. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. Here we go to the bottom half of the 3rd. Blue Devils trail 8-3. See if we can get something going here. Paniagua, Bard, and Hutchison scheduled up to face Michael Ashley. Ashley back for his 3rd inning of work. Paniagua had a base hit his first time up. There's a ball misses up and or in, not sure which. It was pretty close, but ruled a ball. So 1-0 the count to Raymond Paniagua, the center fielder. That ball's up. 2-0 the count. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. There's a foul ball. Paniagua sends that one back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes. as Paniagua leads off the bottom half of the third inning for the Blue Devils. They trail 8-3. Scheduled 9-inning game. The first one was a 7 taken by the Cavaliers. There's a foul ball fouled into the screen. Each team won a game at Johnson County on Thursday. So the series 2-1 till this one's decided. There's a ground ball at the shortstop. I'm thinking again that we're going to be looking at probably a base hit. Got a ball past the third baseman. Scored a hit. So Paniagua with a hit between the third baseman and the shortstop. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard had a sac fly that scored a run his first time up. He'll be up there with nobody out and Paniagua at second. Brendan Bard, the first baseman up there. Breaking pitch down the right field line and out of play. Nice play made in the bullpen by a catcher. 0-1 the count on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Comes the 0-1. Line drive right up the middle. Paniagua coming for home. So an RBI base hit right up the middle for Bard. So Bard with 2 RBI out of these 4 in this game. Going to have a visit to the mound. We'll make some changes. We'll bring those changes to you. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4tees.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. Now pitching for the Cavaliers from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Paul Rector. He brings a 1.54 ERA to the mound with him. Palmer Hutchison steps in. The third baseman, he was called out on strikes his first time up. He'll be up there with a runner at first. Way outside. So 2 balls. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 2-1 the count. Comes the 2-1. There's a foul ball over the first base dugout. 8-4. Cavaliers with 2 in the first, 6 in the second. Blue Devils with 3 in the first, 1 so far here in the third. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Bard. Comes the 2-2 way outside. So 3-2 the count on Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. Nobody out, runner at first. Blue Devils trail 8-4. They've got some work to do. Strike 3 called. That's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. He steps in with 1 out and 1 on. Foul ball back to the screen. Oh and 1 the count. Bottom of the third inning action. Paul Rector on in relief of Michael Ashley. Strike called inside corner. Little breaking pitch makes it back to the strike zone. Comes the 0-2. Misses just a little bit outside. 1-2 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. So we'll do the 1-2 again. One ball, 2 strikes. Jalen Johnson, the left fielder, at the plate. Breaking pitch breaks outside. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Barred at first. He had an RBI base hit in the inning. Breaking ball low and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Comes the pitch from Rector. Swing and a miss. Check swing rule to swing. So 2 outs in the inning. That's going to bring up Darius Freeman, the catcher. He flew out to left field his first time up. Ball breaks low. 1-0 the count. Stays outside with that pitch. 2-0 the count. So Rector falls behind Darius Freeman here, 2-0. Comes the 2-0. Foul ball off the top part of the, above the dugout, the field house. So 2-1 the count. Freeman at the plate. Stays outside, so 3-1 on the catcher, Darius Freeman for the Blue Devils. Throw over to first base, back in safely is Brendan Bard. He had an RBI base hit. Strike, breaking pitch right through the heart of the plate. 3-2 the count. Runner goes. That ball's fouled back and out of play. Comes the 3-2. Foul ball again back into the net. Comes the pitch from Rector. Breaking ball stays just a little bit outside. So Freeman works a walk. It's going to bring up Grable. Grable, the designated hitter. He had a base hit to left field his first time up. He'll step in with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Blue Devils trail 8-4. See if he can get something on the outfield grass to cut that deficit. Rector on in relief of Ashley. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Comes the 0-1. Foul ball. The ball's breaking in on his hands. 0-2 the count on the designated hitter, Grable. Bo Grable. Foul ball over the third base dugout. We've got another battle. 0-2 street, 3 straight foul balls. Strike 3 called inside corner at the knees for the third out of the inning. So at the end of 3 full innings, Blue Devils trail 8-4. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Four T's is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.4ts.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top of the fourth inning. Ian, Tone, Hall, and Cook scheduled up for the Cavaliers. Capron back for another inning of work. Ian and Tone has had a base hit and a walk so far in this second game. Strike right through there, outside part of the plate at the waist. Foul ball backing out of play. Had him ducking on that one. 1-2 the count. 8-4 the Cavaliers lead as they bat here in the top of the fourth. Breaking pitch just starts out way inside, doesn't quite make it back to the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty versus lefty. For those of you just listening, watching, there's a ball headed for left center. That's going to be extra bases for Ian and Tone. He's going to be in with a stand-up double. So Ian and Tone with a couple of hits and a walk here in this second game. That's going to bring up Quentin Hall, the left fielder. He had a home run and reached on an error. Have a quick visit to the mound with Coach Golbeck. Quentin Hall That home run was just barely in the foul pole down the right field line. The lines are 290, right to left field and right field, 375. In the alleys, 394 and 400 in dead center. I think Coach Golbeck buying a little bit more time. Runner at second base. Nobody out. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll get those changes. We'll be back. All right, Eli Torms from Smithville, Missouri, into the game for the Blue Devils. He has a 3.09 earned run average. Stepping in to face him is Quentin Hall. The ground ball right at the second baseman. Slabowski up with it and over to Bard for the first out of the inning. Moves the runner over to third base with one out. That's going to bring up Cook. Cook's been out on a line drive to the shortstop. Had a 2 RBI double deep to center field. Breaking ball right back through there for a strike called. 0-1 the count. Ian and Tone at third base. Comes the 0-1 from Torms. A little bit low. A little bit low, ball 2. 2-1 the count to the catcher, Noah Cook. comes the 2-1 from Torms. Misses a little bit low outside. Three balls, one strike. Strike right through there, outside part of the plate at the knees. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Cavaliers lead 8-4 as they bat here in the top of the 4th. Foul ball out of play over the first base dugout. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Foul ball down the right field line, a line drive into the bullpen of the Cavaliers. Swing and a miss. So 2 outs now. That brings up Galloway, the center fielder. He's been out on a fly to right field and a strikeout. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at third. Ball, that's going to be a pass ball rather than a wild pitch. The run scores on that pass ball. So 9-4 here in the top of the 4th. Check swing, called a strike. Think maybe, not sure, guys. There's a ground ball headed to the shortstop. Slabowski retreats, grabs it, throws to Bard for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Devils trailing 9-4. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Blue Devils trail 9-4. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, back to the top of the order, Slabowski, Dawson, and Adams to face the reliever from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Paul Rector. Strike right through there. Fastball right through the heart of the plate at the knees. 0-1 the count. Slabowski with a double and a base hit in this 2nd game. Breaking pitch outside. One ball, one strike, nobody out as Slabowski leads off the bottom half of the fourth for the Blue Devils. Breaking pitch just catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2. Low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Slabowski. The 2-2. There's a base hit into right center for Slabowski, so he just stayed with that breaking pitch. Got a base hit to right. It's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson had a bunt hit and was hit by a pitch. His 2 at-bats this game. He'll step in with a runner at first and nobody out. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Sunshiny day. Pretty good crowd on hand. 1-0 the count. Rector on in relief for. That pitch breaks outside for Ashley of the Cavaliers. 2-0 the count. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, up there with nobody out and a runner at first. Foul ball off the face of the dugout on the first base side. That ball caroms off the face of the dugout and out into right field. Gallagher hustles in to get that ball off the field. Now will be returned to play. 2-1 the count on Dawson. Breaking pitch, a little bit low and outside. 3-1 the count. Comes the 3-1. Inside that ball hits him. So back-to-back hit by pitch on Dawson. It's going to put runners at first and second with nobody out. That's going to bring up Adams. Caleb Adams has an RBI base hit and grounded out to a fielder's choice, a 6-4. His second time up. So he'll be up there with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Blue Devils trying to mount a comeback here. They need to rally for a bunch. They trail 9-4. Breaking ball just catches the inside corner. At the knees, 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second. Fly ball headed to right field. Over to take care of that is Gallagher. Runners both move up. So that's going to bring up Ray Paniagua. Paniagua will step in with one out and runners at second and third. See if Ray can get us a couple of RBI by getting the ball on the outfield grass somehow. Comes the pitch from Rector. Curveball breaks through and catches the inside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count on Raymond Paniagua. He's had a couple of base hits in this game so far. That ball strike called outside corner, just catches a piece of the plate. So Paniagua with a couple of base hits down in the count quickly. 0-2 here with 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. Dawson at second, Slabowski at third. Stretch and the pitch from Rector. Swing and a miss, misses that fastball for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard has a couple of RBI in this game. Sac fly and a base hit RBI. He's up there with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Ball out of play. 0-1 the count on Brendan Bard, the third baseman. Comes the stretch and the 0-1 from Rector. Another curveball fouled over the first base dugout. 0-2 the count on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Comes the 0-2. Another foul ball over the first base dugout. We'll do the 0-2 again. Oh, and 2 the count on Bard. Slabowski at third, Dawson at second, 2 outs. That's high and outside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. "9-4 lead for the Cavaliers here as the Blue Devils bat in the bottom of the 4th, scheduled 9-inning game. Fouled that back to the screen. Got a battle going on here between Rector of the Cavaliers and Bard of the Blue Devils. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th inning action with the Blue Devils trailing 9-4. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He's up with it. He's going to run it over, toss it to his first baseman. So Rector to Austin for the final out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Blue Devils trail by 5. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top half of the fifth inning. First pitch is outside, ball one to Alex Austin, the first baseman. He's had a couple of base hits so far in this first game. That's a little bit low for ball two. Strike called. Top of the fifth inning action. There's a foul ball. Austin at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. Step on the bag there. It was on the exchange, so still called a strikeout. So that's going to bring up Brevin Lee, the second baseman. He's grounded out to the shortstop twice, once over to first base and once a fielder's choice at second base. There's a ground ball headed right back up the middle for a base hit. So Brevin Lee, swinging on the first pitch, gets a base hit right back up the middle. So a one-out hit, that's going to bring up Morgan. Morgan, the third baseman this second game, he had a home run off the scoreboard, a two-run home run, and then a base hit up the middle. He'll be up there with a runner at first base and one out. Throw over to first base, back in there safely was Brevin Lee. Ball misses just a little bit low and inside, so 1-0 the count on on Morgan. Lee is at first base after the base hit. One out. A little bit low. 2-0 the count. Foul ball out of play over the third base dugout. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runner at first base after a 1-out hit up the middle by Brevin Lee. Throw over to first, had him stepping the other way, but not enough to get him. 2 balls and a strike. Over to first again, back in safely. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball headed for left field. Right there to Johnson for the out. So Johnson takes care of that fly ball from Morgan. That's going to bring up Cohen's. Cohen's will step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. He'll face Eli Torms. Pitch out, nothing happening there, so 1-0 the count. Cohen's the shortstop. Throw over to first, back in safely. Once again is Brevin Lee. Strike called on the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lee at first. Cohen's at the plate. Torms on the mound. There's a hit by a pitch. So back to the top of the order in Grauberger. Grauberger has been out on a fly ball to right field. Had a base hit into the right field corner and grounded out, 3 unassisted. He'll step in with 2 outs and 2 on. Curveball, breaking pitch, breaks right down into the helmet for a hit by pitch. So that'll bring up Iannantone. Iannantone is lined out to the shortstop, walked and had a double. So bases loaded, 2 outs. There's high for ball 1 to Nick Iannantone, the designated hitter. One and 0 the count. Comes the wind in, the 1-0. Misses outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count to the designated hitter, Iannantone. Outside again, 3-0. Going to have a visit to the mound. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after that visit. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. Visit is over. Torms will stay in. Iannantone at the plate. There's ball 4. So Iannantone with a base on balls RBI walk. It's going to bring up Quentin Hall. Hall's had a home run, reached on an error and grounded out to the second baseman. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. Fly ball headed into right field. And that's taken care of by Adams for the third out of the inning. I'll get that scoreboard updated, and we'll be back for the bottom half of the fifth inning. We got to get Hutchins. All right, here we go. Back to the fifth inning, the bottom half. We got to get the Blue Devils going. So Hutchison, Johnson, and Freeman, the first three with an opportunity to do that. Rector back for another inning of work. Hutchison has been called out on strikes 2 times in this game. Breaking ball right through there. Strike 1 called. Blue Devils trail 10-4 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Swing and a miss of that breaking ball. So quickly 0-2 the count. Rector ahead of Hutchison. Just a little bit outside. I think Hutch swung at that pitch in the first inning for a strikeout. Down in the count 1-2 here. Another breaking pitch way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Foul ball back to the screen. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Rector tried to sneak the heater past him, and Hutchison fouled it back. Comes the 2-2. Waits on a breaking pitch. That's taken care of by the shortstop right behind second base. So Hutchison out on a fly to the shortstop. It's going to bring up Johnson. Jalen Johnson will step in with 1 out and nobody on. He's grounded out to the shortstop and struck out his 2 at-bats in this game. Breaking ball right through there. Strike 1 called. Outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Jalen Johnson, the left fielder. Breaking pitch misses just a little bit lower outside. Not sure which. It was close. 2 balls and a strike to Johnson. Comes the 2-1 outside, but a check swing ruled a strike, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnson. Comes the 2-2. Breaking pitch just a little bit low. That's pretty close to take. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Blue Devils trail 10-4 as they bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss of that pitch. It's going to bring up Darius Freeman, the catcher. He flew out to left field and walked his 2 at-bats this game. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Facing Rector of Johnson County. There's a ball in on his hands and he fouls it down the right field line and out of play. Foul ball back to the screen. 0-2 the count on the catcher, Darius Freeman. Foul ball out of play. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, down to first for the out. So at the end of 5 full innings, the Blue Devils trail 10-4. We'll be back for the 6th after this. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Torm's back for another inning of work. He'll schedule to face Cook, Galloway, and Austin. Cook is lined out, doubled, and struck out. Takes ball 1. Strike right through there at the belt, outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike called at the knees outside corner. Ten to 4, the lead for the Cavaliers. 1-2 the count on Cook. Breaking ball stays up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the catcher, Noah Cook. Inside. 3-2 the count. Ground ball headed up the middle. Dawson up with it and over to first base for the 6-3 first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Galloway, the center fielder. He's been out on a fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out to the second baseman. He'll be up there with 1 out and nobody on. Stays up high, ball 1. Wind in the pitch by Torms. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Jackson Galloway, the center fielder for the Cavaliers. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a foul ball over here on the first base side. Bard comes over and takes a look, and then the wind blows it back behind him a little deeper. So Galloway with a second chance. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, in and out to the center fielder, Galloway. Outside ball 3, so 3-2 the count. Foul ball to deep right field. That taken care of by Adams. It's going to bring up Alex Austin, the first baseman. He's had a couple of base hits, one of them on the infield and a strikeout. There's a ball headed to deep right center. It's going to 1-hop to the wall. And a stand-up double to right center. It's going to bring up Brevin Lee. Lee is grounded out to the shortstop twice and had a base hit to center field. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base after that 2-out double by the first baseman, Alex Austin. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count on Brevin Lee. He's the Cavaliers' second baseman. Ground ball up the middle. Slabowski up with it and going to call him off the base over there. See how they score that. Scored a hit up the middle. Diving play. Would have been a great play if he had made the play. It's going to bring up Morgan. Wyatt Morgan. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Blue Devils trail here in the top of the 6th, 10-4. Throw over to first, back in safely. Fly ball over the third base dugout and out of play. High fly ball down the right field line. Falls to be foul. So everybody chasing Bard, Slabowski, and Adams. Nobody could get there. Morgan going hard on that ball in case the wind brings it back to fair territory. Inside, gonna throw through to second base. Coming up short for the ball was Dawson. Runner at third stays put. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter Morgan. He's the third baseman. He's had a home run, a base hit, and a fly out to left field. He's up there with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Top of the 6th action. There's a ground ball at the first baseman, Bard. He steps on the bag. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Blue Devils trail 10-4. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Blue Devils trail 10-4. Rector back to the mound for another inning scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Grable, Slabowski, and Dawson. See if Grable can get something going here for the Blue Devils. He had a base hit his first time up and called out on strikes his second time up. He'll step in to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Devils. Strike outside half of the plate at the knees. Oh and 1 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. 0-2 the count. Grable, the designated hitter here in this second game. Waits on that breaking pitch and slaps that foul down the left field line. 0-2 the count. Rector on in relief of Michael Ashley. That's a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2 from Rector. Strike 3 called at the knees. Outside corner. It's going to bring up Slabowski. Slabowski led off the game with a double, then walked. And his last at bat, he had a base hit to right center. So 2 for 2 in the second game is Slabowski. Breaking pitch right through there. Starts out inside, comes back out, comes back into the inside part of the plate for a strike called. Comes the 0-1, outside, ball 2 all the way back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Slabowski. Comes the pitch from Rector. Breaking ball way outside and in the dirt. Cook behind the plate, catching for the Cavaliers in this second game. 2-1 the count. It's a ground ball headed to the third baseman. And Morgan has that climb right up his arm, so that'll be an error on Morgan. So a 1-out reach of base by Slabowski. That's going to bring up Cole Dawson. Dawson's had a bunt hit and then been hit by a pitch twice since then. Comes the first pitch from Rector to him. Breaks low. 1-0 the count. Blue Devils got some work to do. They trail here in the bottom of the 6th. They trail by 6, 10-4. The official count. Here comes the 1-0 from Rector. Strike called inside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Dawson, the shortstop. Outside. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss of that fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes and an out. Runner at first is Slabowski. He reached on an error. Comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called. That's going to bring up Caleb Adams, the right fielder. He has an RBI base hit, a ground out to the shortstop, and a fly out to right field. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. Breaking pitch a little bit low. 1-0 the count. Fastball outside. 2-0 the count on the right fielder, Caleb Adams. High fly ball to right field. Galloway comes in to take care of that in right center. The end of 6.5. Blue Devils trail 10-4. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the top half of the seventh inning. Blue Devils trail 10-4. Torm's back for another inning of work. Cohen's, Grauberger, and Annantone scheduled up for the Cavaliers. There's strike one right through there. At the knees, 0-1 the count on Cohen's. Swing and a miss of that ball. Fastball down and in the zone, 0-2. Cohen's has reached on an air, hit into a 5-4-3, and been hit by a pitch. There's a foul ball backing out of play. Oh and 2 as Cohen's leads off the top half of the seventh for the Cavaliers. That ball stays outside, 1-2. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for that strikeout. So Cohen's down on strikes. Back to the top of the order, and Grauberger. Grauberger has a fly out, a single, a ground out to the first baseman, and a hit by pitch. There's a strike called. Outside corner at the knees. Comes the wind in, the 0-1. There's a foul ball down, or excuse me, a fly ball down the right field line. I'm presuming it'll be foul, and it is, just barely into the bullpen of the Cavaliers. Top of the seventh, Cavaliers lead the Blue Devils 10-4. Here comes the pitch. Strike three called, outside corner. So 2 strikeouts here in the inning for Torms. That's going to bring up Annantone, the designated hitter. He has a line out, a couple of walks, and a double. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That's going to be just foul. One of Annantone's walks was with the bases loaded. A little bit low. Comes the 1-1. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. Just misses a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul ball out of play down the third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs again. Foul ball backing out of play over the third base dugout. So Annantone battling Torms. Ground ball up the middle. Safe at first, a high hopper, a nice effort by Slabowski, but an infield hit. It's going to bring up Hall. Hall will be up there with 2 outs and a runner at first. Hall has a home run, reached on an error, ground out, and a fly out. A little bit low, ball one. Comes the 1-0. Foul ball down the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball headed down the right field line, out of play. The ball headed up the middle. It's going to be cut off by Adams. A long throw to third. That ball is going to bounce into the dugout. So that makes 11. It's just 11. Got you guys. Thank you. Two outs, runner at third now after that long throw bounced out of play, allowing the run to score and the runner to come clear to third. Outside corner called strike. One ball, 1 strike, the count. I believe we have a pinch hitter here. Yes, number 2, Nate Stevens, pinch hitting. Strike called. There's ball 4 to Stevens. So that'll bring up Galloway. Galloway fouls that one away. Galloway has a couple of flyouts, a strikeout, and a ground out to the second baseman. He's up there 0-1, the count on him. With runners at the corners and 2 outs, Cavaliers lead 11. That's inside for ball 1. Cavaliers lead 11-4 as they bat here in the 7th. Inside. 2-1 the count. Comes the stretch and the 2-1 from Torms. There's a ground ball into left field. So that's going to be an RBI hit for Galloway, making it 12. So that'll bring up Alex Austin, the first baseman. He has 3 hits and a strikeout with an RBI in this second game. 12-4 now, the lead. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Inside, ball 1. Runners at first and second. 1-0 the count. Misses a little bit inside. 2-0 the count. On the first baseman, Alex Austin. Going to be a pass ball. Let the runners move up 1 notch. So runners at second and third with 2 outs. Austin at the plate. His base hits, left field, infield hit, and a double to right center. 3-0 the count on him. There's strike 1 called inside corner at the waist. There's a fair ball in the left field corner. So 2 RBI on that double. Double into the corner. So 4 hits in the game for Austin. Makes it 14-4. There's a ball headed to deep left center. That ball is going to be a double up against the wall. So an RBI double for Brevin Lee. Makes it 15-4. So Morgan steps in. It's the third baseman. He has a home run, a base hit, a fly out, and a ground out. The ball headed at the second baseman. Slabowski up with it over to Bard for the out. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th. The Blue Devils trailing 15-4. The Blue Devils need a couple runs to keep this one going. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4tees.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, here we go to the the bottom half of the seventh inning. Blue Devils trailing 15-4. Jack Thornhill from Shawnee, Kansas, coming on in relief for the Cavaliers. Thornhill with a 2.35 ERA comes in relief to try and finish this thing out. Blue Devils need 2 to keep this going. Paniagua, Bard, and Hutchison scheduled up. See if we got any fight left in these Blue Devils. So Thornhill steps onto the mound. He'll face Paniagua. Paniagua has a couple of hits and a strikeout in this second game. He fouls that first pitch back into the screen. Stays up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ray Paniagua, the center fielder. Stays up high. 2-1 the count. Thornhill on in relief of Rector. Rector came in after 2 innings to replace Ashley. Comes the 2-1. There's a foul ball off the feet of Paniagua. So 2-2 the count. Comes the 2-2. Ball headed for the second baseman. Lee, he's up with it and over to Austin for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Have a pinch hitter here for KCK. Number 14, Caleb Brown. He's from Topeka, Kansas, went to Shawnee Heights. He'll pinch hit here for Bard. A little bit low. There's a little number out in front of the plate, but goes foul. Caleb Brown, pinch hit opportunity. Facing Jack Thornhill on in relief for the Cavaliers. That ball all the way back to the screen. 2 balls and 1 strike to the pitch hitter Brown. It's a ground ball toward the second baseman. Lee grabs it, throws it over to Austin for the second out of the inning. So the Blue Devils down to their last out, another pinch hitter. Yvonne Ortiz from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, went to Central Point High School. Foul ball to him, the first pitch. Ortiz was a designated hitter in the first game. One ball, one strike after that second pitch way over his head. Inside. 2 balls and a strike to Ortiz. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils down to their last out and their last strike for now in this one. Fly ball headed to center field. Over to take care of that is Galloway for the final out of the inning. So the Blue Devils lose the first one 7-4 today. They lose this second one 15-4. We'll take a quick break and we'll see everybody on the next one. The Johnson County Cavaliers take 3 of 4 over Thursday and Saturday. We'll see you next time. Next time will be Tuesday versus Cali here where we will live stream. And then on Thursday of next week, I plan to travel to Cloud County where we will play a doubleheader there. No Saturday game at this point. So the final in this second one, 15-4. Be safe. Have a nice evening.